On his 40th birthday, Rich Roll found himself overweight and out of shape. But in just 2 years, he has reinvented himself and is now being called one of the 25 fittest guys in the world by Men's Fitness magazine. Rich Roll joins us from Los Angeles this morning with more on his remarkable journey and how you can jumpstart a fitness program. Rich, good morning to you, and thanks so much for being with us.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Well, let's start a little bit with your background, because some folks may not know about you and your success. How did this all come about? How did this whole reformation come about?
Well, it all started on the eve of my 40th birthday, and as you mentioned, I was terribly overweight, really out of shape, and just one of those guys who could barely make it up the stairs without getting winded. And I have heart disease in my family, and I've got young children, and really didn't want to suffer a heart attack, and realized that I really had to draw a line in the sand and take control of my life and my health. And that's where the journey all began. It's almost 4 years ago now.
And you have gone completely the other way, and a lot of it has to do with your lifestyle as far as what you eat and that kind of thing, right?
That's right. It all starts and ends with my plant-based diet. I eat a 100% plant-based whole food diet, which means no meat and no dairy. And contrary to what many people might think, I actually find it to be my secret weapon, and it's kept me fueled and performing at an athletic level that I never would have thought possible a couple years ago. So, yeah.
And I think there's a lot of folks that would think something like that too. Is how do you get enough nutrition out of a plant-based diet? Because that, people always say, oh, you got to have meat and you got to have all these different things, but it works for you.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of misconceptions out there, a lot of common misbeliefs, but contrary to what you might think, I get plenty of protein, I get plenty of calcium, and I'm able to fuel and repair myself quite well, bounce back in between workouts, and I'm as fit as I've ever been. And like I said, I'm coming up on 45 years old. I would say that the only supplement that I use is a product called ASEA. It's ASEA, and it's a Redox Signaling molecules solution that helps me bounce back and recover in between workouts. But beyond that, it's plants, 100% plants, all day long, all the time.
Reg, before we go, I want any quick tips you can give to some folks who may be in the position you were about 4 years ago that you can give them?
Yeah, sure. I think it all begins and ends with making a decision. How important is your health to you? And, the truth of the matter is your health is the most important thing. And so you owe it to yourself to take a stand and take control of that. And it doesn't have to be daunting. It doesn't have to be complicated. Making a few simple changes that you can implement into your life and make stick are important. So, I don't expect everyone's going to go, immediately, 100% vegan overnight, but, maybe make that steak a little side dish and to an entree of dark leafy greens, and find some exercise that you enjoy. If you hate going to the gym and you dread it, find something you do like, because I think the important thing is to do something that will stick and has a lasting impact in your life that you can live with. And I think when you take those baby steps and you're consistent over time, you'd be amazed at how much your life can change, and that's what I've experienced, and so I hope that for everybody.
All right, Rich, thanks so much for being with us, and continued success.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.